Hey everyone, Island Jason here. Welcome back to another episode of Find Your Friends with Island Jason. You know, somebody asked me recently why I carry two saws. I carry a Silky GomBoy and I carry a Silky BigBoy. Why do you think a lot of serious bushcrafters choose to carry two different saws? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain to you the pros and cons of both, which ones I choose, why I choose to use, which ones I choose to bring, and if I only had to pick one, which one do you think it would be? Pause it right now, go down to the comments and let me know what you think. Big boy or GomBoy? Let's get into it. Hoo-yah! First up is the Silky GomBoy240. This saw is compact, it's lightweight, and it's designed for more precision cutting, like trimming branches or cutting notches, making kindling, or even preparing small firewood. The 240mm blade offers excellent control, making it ideal for delicate tasks of detailed work. So things like pot hangers or carving out rough cutting out a spoon. What else could I use it for? Steaks, I use it. This is a very versatile saw. I mean, it's only a 10-inch blade, and you know, you're probably good to cut about a 4 or 5 inch piece. And I'm gonna be honest with you, even when I'm cutting firewood, very seldom do I ever cut anything larger than that. I like to keep my pieces small, easy to handle, and I don't want to expend a lot of energy on a handsaw. Some of the pros of the GomBoy240 that definitely include is its portability. I mean, it could literally fit in your jacket pocket, just like so. The ease of use, and of course, how sharp it is. It is like a little razor blade. It just cuts like you wouldn't believe. The fine teeth, they will cut, you know, a fairly smooth cut. It's not going to be perfect. It's not, you know, super fine. But, you know, the smaller size, it means it's not best for heavy duty stuff. I mean, maybe that's where you might want to use the big boy. Some shelter construction, you know, making a ridge pole, that kind of thing. Clearing a log out of a road, like, you know, you're driving up an old road like this one, come across a blowdown tree. Probably, I mean, you might be able to get away with using the GomBoy. But you're probably going to be better suited using something like the big boy. Cutting larger pieces of firewood as well, definitely can. I have used this for firewood, just for cutting my notches in my fireboard, like doing a bow drill setup or whatever. So the Silky GomBoy is probably the saw that I would recommend for most of my bushcraft use. This would be the go-to saw. I've tried many other different ones. I've tried push saws, pole saws, back and forth saws. This, however, is a pole saw, and I have actually broken a blade before. I was cutting down a small sapling, and as it started to cut through it, it pinched the blade a bit, and of course I went to push the saw back through the cut, and it bent the blade and it snapped. And I was out, you know, whatever, $100 or something, whatever these things cost in Canada. They're not cheap. Okay, so we've talked about the pros and cons of the GomBoy. Let's talk about some of the benefits of the big boy. This saw features obviously a much longer and robust blade. This one's 360mm, 6.5 teeth per inch, so it's a little bit more aggressive. The teeth are quite a bit larger, as you can see. I'll compare it to the GomBoy here. There's the GomBoy teeth. So you can see the two teeth side by side. Obviously, this is the big boy, and this is the GomBoy. I guess it's hard to see the difference, but maybe if I go like that, you can see. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, the big boy, it's made for like heavier duty tasks, like, you know, falling small trees or bucking logs, or, you know, cross-cutting longer branches. I don't do a lot of ripping with my saw. Maybe if I'm doing a specialty notch or something, you might want to do that. This is going to be far more efficient and faster for larger wood. For example, shelter building. I talked about putting up a ridge pole. You know, a lot of work. People don't realize how much work goes into structure and shelter construction. And most of that work is going to be actually cutting through the pieces of wood that you're going to use. Seldom do we, you know, move the wood very far. Maybe in some cases you would, but most of your energy is going to be expelled using the saw. The big boy's advantages will include, you know, powerful cutting capacity and definitely durability of the blade. It's going to be obviously thicker, but it is heavier and it is less compact, which means it's less convenient to carry. I mean, the GomBoy comes with a nice little plastic carry case. The big boy does not. I do have a lanyard attached to it, and I'll show you a little trick. what I use this lanyard for is I'll put it around my wrist like this, and then when I'm cutting, it actually works as a strap to kind of keep the saw pressure down harder. What else? It's just its size. That's its real only drawback. Also, when I'm trying to do fine detail, like say cut a notch into a fireboard or something, you know, this little saw is a little bit overkill. I have used this as a spatula. It works great for flipping your steak when you're cooking it on a rock. You may have seen me do that a few other times, although I'd be careful with the heat treatment. You don't want to get it too hot. So at the end of the day, why do bushcrafters carry both? Well, it's simple. It's all about versatility. It's like, I mean, this is maybe a pound or whatever. I'm not really a big, weight's not really a factor for a lot of my activities. So, you know, for me to carry these, I'll use a 5-gallon bucket for a backpack, and it's no problem to carry these. The GomBoy240, you know, it handles fine cuts and detailed work, you know, some of the smaller cuts that you may have to make. Having both, you know, that just kind of ensures that you're got all your bases covered. So yeah, so to the person who asked me, why do I carry 2 saws? You know what, there's also a smaller version of this. It's called the PocketBoy. And, you know, I thought about purchasing it because, you know, I'm a fan of the Japanese folding saws. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yes, both these saws are made in Japan. The Japanese quality steel is superb. I don't think I could have gone wrong. I don't know. I've seen a lot of other saws. I had a Fiskars, and it was a push-pull saw, and the blade got bent. And, you know, I did use that saw for quite a while, and it wasn't terrible. It's just I didn't know better. And then I was introduced to the Silkies. So for me, this is the go-to saw. This is the ones I'm going to be using. And when you see me packing 2 in my bag, well, now you know why. Here's a little bonus trick you may not have known about. These are my Find Your Friends with Other Than Jason pocket packs. They're just a little fire cake. Makes it really easy for you to start your fire. Here's one of them right here. They're 100% waterproof. You get a burn time of about 5 minutes on them. So they're pretty durable, pretty reliable, and it's almost a guaranteed ignition. But something here's a little bonus you probably didn't know about. With your GomBoy, it also can work as a great fire scraper, and makes it really easy to get your fire going with the Island Jason. Find Your Friends with Island Jason pocket pack. How about that? I think I might have a cup of tea. Hey, thanks for watching. If you found this helpful and insightful, please give me a thumbs up, and let me know in the comment what your favorite saw is for your outdoor adventures. Stay safe out there, and you know what I always say, stay dirty, stay dusty, and stay in the bush. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something today.